Alright, welcome back to Gaming News. Today we're going to be looking at the Ubisoft flag controversy. This is for the new Assassin's Creed game, Assassin's Creed Shadows. Of course, this game just came out, and there's already a controversy. As we know, Ubisoft is a pretty unreliable company. Their game graphics are usually either terrible or they just won't change with the times. They've been involved in a lot of controversies in the past, but this one is the first in a while we've seen with Ubisoft getting caught for copyright. I mean, Ubisoft makes mistakes when it comes to game design, and their games are usually somewhat terrible, but, I mean, when it comes to, their actual copyright, they're usually on point, but this time, they messed up, and now in a big way. So, they got caught using an unauthorized flag design. This flag design was actually an IRL flag design used for a Japanese reenactment group, who did not give permission for their flag designs to be used. So this is a major problem because if Ubisoft just gets caught with this one flag, how many ones did they have that no one has caught yet? I mean, this is the first time we've ever seen Ubisoft get caught with a flag design being controversial, but I mean, this is a big deal. With a book already released, with 2 books already released on the game, I mean, those flags are probably in the books, because the books are full top-down descriptions of the game. So, even though Ubisoft has said it will not continue to use these flag designs in respect to the copyright, what are they going to do about those books? Because what if those flags are in the books? Well, there actually is a statement on this from Ubisoft, but I just want to talk a little bit about Ubisoft in general. I mean, the company is launching Assassin's Creed Shadows, and that seems to be one of their only main projects for this year. I mean, we have another news story coming up later on in the week about Riot Games' failed pool party game, but Ubisoft is only releasing Assassin's Creed as their main project of this year, and that's kind of sad because if this is all that Ubisoft is doing and it's the only main game they've got for this year, I mean, that's pretty bad. Considering this is their only main game and now it's flagged for copyright violations and now they're gonna have to controversially change the game. I mean, this is their main game and they've already blown it. They've already ruined the trust of the fan base over something that they didn't need to do this. I mean, they could have done their research, but they didn't. It's just sloppy. And I mean, Ubisoft is known for being sloppy, but that's only in their game mechanics and their games overall in general. I mean, they don't change with the times. Their Assassin's Creed graphics still look like 2012 Blizzard games. It still looks like World of Warcraft with their graphics. I mean, they're not changing their graphics and they're being sloppy about it, but now they're actually being sloppy about the copyright of their games. I mean, what's next? Are we gonna get a new copyright violation saying that there's suits of armor and outfits? They just took pictures of real life people and just put them in the game for no reason? I mean, we don't know, but I'm just putting some ideas out there. Anyway, the statement from Ubisoft Japan apologized to, I'm not going to say this right, Sekigahara Teppotai group, which is apparently the Japanese reenactment group. They reenact historical events of Japan, and they also recreate historic Japanese traditional artifacts such as flag designs, which is what Ubisoft got caught with, but also swords, weapons, suits of armor. I actually looked up their page. They're actually pretty cool. I'll put a link down below for the article, which has a link to the ST Group's design page and reenactment site. You should definitely check it out. They've got some really cool stuff. Reenactment battles, of course. They've even put together an old house from the old Shinto dynasties of Japan. I mean, it's pretty cool and interesting. But apology to the ST Group. The ST Group did accept this apology. The art in question will not be distributed in future releases. However, there's 2 books out for the game, and those books do have the art in it. So those books could be subject to copyright violation, which means those books could be pulled, which means that you may not be able, if you bought a book, an Assassin's Creed Shadow lore book or a game book, then you could get that recalled, which means that you could lose your money on that, which I don't know if people are really liking Assassin's Creed Shadows. I haven't played it yet, but I mean, I would be pretty upset if I bought the lore and the rule book and then I was told publicly that Ubisoft would be taking back the books because of a copyright infringement. I mean, Ubisoft's already got a terrible reputation, but I mean, is the reputation really going to survive another public hit like this? I mean, it's just sloppy. And I think that if Ubisoft wants to get their act together, just create a game that doesn't have 2012 graphics. Do your research and don't get a copyright strike. Don't just stop doing just lazy game making. I mean, if you make your only main game Assassin's Creed Shadows for 2024 and it has, first of all, has graphical issues, it has game issues, there's bugs that aren't fixed, there's a much needed patch note that hasn't come out within 2 weeks, the storyline's kind of the same, but there's some really cool kinks, but like, I mean, when the game is just like, it's just repeated slop over and over of Assassin's Creed. I mean, if you have just small mechanics, that's cool, but you could come up with a better game design. I'm just saying. So anyway, that's going to do it for this Assassin's Creed Ubisoft controversy. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like if you like, dislike if you don't, subscribe if you like it. I'll see you guys next time. Toodaloo.